This little guy's been sitting on my desk waiting patiently for me to fix him. He's very special to a friend of mine, and in this video, we're going to make him look brand new again. I am right in the middle of my busy season. I've got a couple of my biggest events of the year, starting next week with New Zealand's biggest nerd fest, Armageddon. It's kind of like Comic-Con, but for New Zealand. But as is always the case, I seem to get an influx of customer jobs at the same time, which is a challenge when I'm trying to make stock, and I've been struggling to come up with stuff to make. But this guy's been sitting on my bench for a couple of weeks, waiting to be finished. It looks like we've got a complete globe laceration. Vitreous containment has been compromised with catastrophic fluid egress. I'm beginning the debridement of the wound site. Particulate contamination is extensive. This little chap belongs to a friend of mine. It was the first Snowglobe her grandmother gave her, and when it broke, she was heartbroken. The adhesive matrix is responding to thermal intervention. I need it pliable before I can even think about separation. I need an instrument. Transitioning from hypothermic therapy to blunt dissection. Patient has sustained a secondary fracture. We're going to say that was planned and move on. The adhesive is softened, but resistant. Separation confirmed. Hairdryer gets partial credit. Clearing the bonding site of any remnants of structural failure. I want that cavity clean before we even think about reconstruction. These are the kinds of jobs I've been wanting to take since I started doing what I do. My friends had no idea where to go to get this thing fixed. There's not exactly a Snowglobe repair guy. Remaining globe structure is non-viable. We're wrapping the site. Applying controlled percussive force. Percussive reduction complete. No secondary dispersal. It's not like I've ever fixed a Snowglobe before. I started Refit Retro on the client side because I wanted to be able to help people out with projects where they didn't even know where to start. I often don't know what I'm doing at the start of a job, but I know where to look to find out. Separating patient from silicon substrate. Slowly now. This guy's been through enough. Fragmentary material is non-salvageable. Transferring to biohazard containment. Procurement took longer than expected. Donor globe has arrived. Integrity appears stable. We're preparing the figure for reintegration by sanding the plantar surface. Bonding agent is being applied to the plantar surface via cotton-tipped applicator. Patient is ready for reintegration. Reintegrating now. Bond is confirmed. The original particulate matter was non-recoverable. We're proceeding with donor particulate. I really do consider it a privilege to be able to reunite someone with something that is so special to them. Yes, of course I do get paid for my work, but I could be doing any other job. At least this way I get to use my gifts and talents to restore something someone has a connection with. I'm administering isopropyl solution. This will prevent microbial buildup post-operation. Introducing glycerin viscosity agent. We need this suspension medium to ensure the particulate drifts correctly. Final fluid administration, ultra-distilled water. Oftentimes, these jobs take a few goes to get right. I can try and quote, I can try and charge what I think will be a fair price, but they almost always require more work than I expect. I'm still learning how to value what I do correctly, in a financial sense. I have no problem finding the value from an experiential sense. I get to learn how to do something completely new. And sometimes I get to learn how not to do something. And look, that is frustrating. But if I have a superpower, it's that I'm persistent. I will keep working at a problem to a fault until I find a solution. Primary closure was unsuccessful. Silicon plug failed to seat. We're back to square one, abrading the substrate. Switching to cyanoacrylate bonding agent. Let's not make the same mistake twice. Administering accelerator. Let's end this. I need this delivered tonight. Applying pressure, possibly unrequired. Alright, this is the one. Seating the plug. Cyanoacrylate holding steady. Controlled compression. This is what we came here to do. We have seal. We have seal. Initiating post-operative integrity assessment. Particulate is agitating. Applying instrument to silicon interface. Evacuating trapped air. Final closure underway. Applying bonding agent to globe surface. Globe reseating. We have contact. Procedure complete. Patient is stable. Connection restored.
And so, in working on this, it gave me an idea for stock for Armageddon. Why don't I make snow globes? Of course, I've left it too late to order the same parts that I did for this job, albeit bigger, but I did a bit of op shopping and found these. They look pretty close to snow globes. I got a couple of them, I just need to make them work. And so that's hopefully what I'll be doing in the next video. But that's it, we're done. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it entertaining, maybe even learned something. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.